Here we go, boys. Episode 87, a little bit up and about because of the cricket. This is the Australian cricket number, the awful number 87, Tone. But look who we've got today, mate. Tone, are you up and about? You know I am, because not only do we have the Greek freak himself, the man, the magic man, but we've got Stephen, the Razor's Edge Harney. Well done, Steve-O. Welcome back, mate.
Oh, there he is. Yes, we've got the tipster. Yeah, absolutely.
Christ,
yeah,
us up.
No, mate. Yeah.
Are we good for a big set tonight?
I've got one at a really good price tonight. But talking about prices, there was a good horse that used to run around basically after the spring carnival had finished. I think it won 4 in a row, and it was a horse that now has the race named after it. So tonight we salute the great Zipping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great horse.
Absolutely.
Well done, Zipping. Great horse. Was it only owned by a multi-millionaire by chance?
Yeah.
There's some guy Williams, I think.
Yeah. He didn't have a lot.
No. You were just at the Living Legends the other week, Taz? You took the young
I was. I did go out for a Saturday morning. It was the day they took Apache Cat out to Flemington as well. So we got to see Apache Cat, but it was fantastic. Zipping was in there with Efficient, Tom Melbourne, and there was Al Madden, I think was the other one, Al Madden, the other Melbourne Cup winner. And it was great to see them.
And you were saying Tom Melbourne, of course, a perennial runner-up over the years, and was second in the yard.
He was second in the yard as well. Because basically what used to happen is like Efficient was just the grumpy old man who used to sort of stay away.
Let's call Tony.
But Zipping was the boss of the yard, if I remember correctly.
Stephen.
And Al Madden was like the more gentler one. But but Tom Melbourne, it was so fitting because whenever Zipping wasn't around, he was the boss. Yeah. And whenever Zipping was around, he was just like, I'll just take a backward step and go back ahead, so to speak.
Brilliant.
I'll run second to Winks again, like Happy Clapper. But now, talking about heartbreak stories, Tone, I got an email message today about a first starter in fucking Albury, declared going to be sold to Hong Kong, get on, should be running around $1.20. I get on at $2.20, start giggling, Tone, gets beaten by 2.7 lengths second.
Oh, there we go, eh?
Now, Steve, you must have had a million of these emails come to you declaring something. Please tell the faithful, what should we do when you get these emails that are viral?
Do some homework on the horse and actually do some homework on the authenticity of who's sending you these emails.
Oh, yeah.
An absolute screenshot that you just know is absolute tripe. Vet it first. Know your own horse before you even put $1 on it. It could be $5. It could be $15. Know the horse. Know the trainer. If the trainer's letting the owner send this out, it ain't real.
It ain't real, right? Because
it ain't real. They're on something else.
Tone, the only research I did was go to Ladbrokes, Sportsbet, and Bet365 and see where I could boost it the most.
There we go.
Idiot.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah. And talking about red flags, that's right. And talking about heartbreak stories, last week in the Oaks, Steve, you want to take over from here?
Yeah, I didn't think we'd open old wounds, but yeah, good old Aspen, Colorado.
Aspen, Colorado. You were about to go to Aspen, Colorado with the winnings.
Oh, shit. Yeah, on at 126s, and he got caught napping asleep at the 600. The eventual winner went around him, dropped in front of him on the band, and then obviously the field's following up behind, and he couldn't get out. He went inside, went to go outside. By the time he got out, he sprouted wings and got rolled by about a half a length. Fair
dinkum. Watching it come down the straight, it was like he was racing at Monaco, Tone. He went for more turns and more twists than you've seen in a 400-metre sprint. And then when it finally got its head straight, she flew.
I was sort of hoping to get beat by a couple of lengths, really. But
so Steve, are we talking that renovation has just turned into a tin shed? Is that right?
Probably a new house, mate.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
there you
new
go.
house, the new house in
well,
Richmond. Yeah.
New house at Richmond. Now,
Yeah.
it's okay. What have you got? I think you bought an ex-commission house out at Broadmeadows. Is that right? Is that
Oh,
right?
there we go.
Absolutely. And I'm putting fake lawn down.
Don't need no fake lawn where Tassie comes from, mate.
Ooh,
It's just
No,
concrete. We just concrete.
You know what they call lawn in Tassie's world? Concrete.
concrete.
Mate.
What type of
Hey,
concrete you got? Yeah.
Listen, hey,
Yeah.
we've progressed now because we've actually got patterns in the concrete too.
Oh,
Oh,
you seen that?
yes. You put the
And you can
little
get it different
planks.
coloured as well.
Yes.
So,
right.
so you know, it's
Fancy.
just like different cuts of grass, just
Yeah.
different cut of concrete.
Ah, yes.
You've made it.
Well done. All right, boys, then let's get into it. We welcome Steve because we put a line through Marto. Marto's finally out of the quaddie, and we're telling the PaLTI familiar that Steve's going to take the last leg today of the quaddie. So we might be a chance if we're lucky enough to get to the last leg, we're in the queue.
So, Pezza,
Yes,
so we bring someone in and we make him the wanker straight up.
he's the wanker straight up because, mate,
Oh,
you know, what do they call you? Like speedy,
Me, no, I'm a
premature.
stayer.
Like you've been Steve, he's been the wanker twice, like the last leg of the quaddie. Tone was there for like 8 weeks. Marto was there for about that. Pez was there for about the same. Taz has been the wanker twice for 1 week only.
Yeah, they just call me
He's
fat.
out.
Just have to bring it home.
Yeah, fair dinkum. God. Anyway,
I
Tone's
don't
told
like
Tony.
being one.
Taz, we all laughed at Tony last week. He went to, I don't even know, he knew where he was going to. He thought he was in the UK. He was having a senior moment. You're in Western Australian, big boy, and you got
Yeah, I
third in the
was.
cup at a
did.
grandstand cup at $4 Well done.
Of course, I backed straight out, of course.
Yeah,
Real
of course.
legend. Yeah, clever.
yeah. Steve, 126 to 1. Oh, on the nose. Yeah.
There it is.
Now, I was asking Steve before what happened to Pinstripe because one of my mates had $4,500 on it. And
Really?
yeah, and he showed me the ticket. So
Oh,
poor bugger.
Why did he do it?
He got a bit of mail from inside.
Yeah.
So
And
one
he
of
did-
your
and he did a lot of
Croatian
research.
cousins or whatever, Taz, one of your Greek Croats or whatever you call them, and yeah, and for Jusevic or whatever his name is, yeah, he had a bit of a crack, but one
that's
run
unbelievable.
too many.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, it's hard to say, but I personally didn't go near it myself. I didn't put it in any quaddies or anything like that.
Really?
Just hard luck story of the guineas. Yeah, when it gets out, does it sprint and does it win the guineas? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, the writing was on the wall that, you know, Zaki and all those, I'm thunderstruck with 58 kilos and level weights. They should be giving them 10 kilos.
Right.
Like, especially over a mile, which is going to be a high cruising speed mile.
Mm.
I focused around the first two, but you know, I just thought first preparation really start number 5.
Start 5, yeah.
Leave me out, but yeah.
Well. Wish you were on the show last week.
Yeah, unlucky, Pezza.
I think Marto tipped it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't include it in too much either because I'm a bit like you, Steve. I think that when you look at, I just looked at, I mean, Zaki was the standout.
Yeah.
But I looked
Absolutely.
at I'm Thunderstruck. I looked at I'm Thunderstruck, and I just thought to myself, we're looking at a horse that's proven against a horse that's got potential.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I
race.
reckon Pinstripe might be a great horse come spring, you know, next preparation. Who knows? It might come out and win a group race, but I think you're right. Unlucky, Pezza.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, if Itotsu was in the race, it was going to be my tip. And all I thought, a 3-year-old's probably going to try to knuckle over the top 2. And but it's great to see old Streets of Avalon not at 200 to 1.
They're horses you'd love to own those horses.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Really rate the trainer too. I reckon he's really honest. You know, he's been a bit crook and he's had a few health issues, but gee, he gets his horses up, and he doesn't have a lot, but yeah, maybe he's too honest for me. Maybe I better stick to who I think are a bit dodge. But anyway, Galaxy Bell, it was horrible, Taz. It was like watching me run on the beach. It was awful.
All I know is that I have been collet cursed. It doesn't matter whether it's S or J. They just I've got the collet curse. That was a terrible run. Way too far back.
Yep.
Didn't really make any ground either.
No.
It was just terrible. It was nothing else I could say.
Tony, have you put a line through Jason Collett?
Yes, another one that I don't follow because of the dodginess, just like Parr and bloody Bowman and all those scumbags. Yeah, absolutely. I won't bet in Melbourne. Absolutely. Mornington this week. How can you bet down there? Everyone should be wearing manacles. Everyone who's on a horse.
So
they're all dodgy down there.
You're not that keen when they go outside the metropolitan area, are you? You don't like the Saturdays at Mornington, do you, big boy?
Don't like Bendigo, Ballarat, Mornington.
Yeah,
Ballarat,
on the Saturday.
Get up and right to drink. But geez, not on the country Saturday meets.
The first
we've got a Avoca coming up on Saturday.
And Steve, have you ever been to the Avoca Cup Day on Caulfield Cup Day though?
No, I haven't. No, not on the Avoca Cup Day.
Seriously, I've been to one, and it was that good. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
It was
Beautiful.
that good.
Now, me and Steve were smart punters last week because the first two saluted for Tony Pearce, fair enough, Zaki and Gentleman Roy. Marto leaves out Pondus. Finally, a bet on Pondus of mine won. I was on him since the Bendigo Cup, which was how many starts ago? 2 years ago?
Run of the spring back then.
I've had 3 future bets on him. I had a future bet on him in the Melbourne Cup. Like, I just loved him. I thought, how good is his horse? And finally, he tore that race apart and won what in my mind, when I bet on Pondus, that's what I think he's going to do in every race. It was fantastic.
He might have really found his feet now, and I think he just benefited. Like, I had a good go at him as well, but just off a fast tempo.
Yeah.
He was able to sit back, smoke the pipe, and then just peeled out and put him away. Like,
he sprinted though, mate. He actually had that sprint again that he had in the Bendigo Cup when he was drawn.
For a European 2,800 metre horse over 2,000, the race was shot by the 300. Like, it was good to see.
Does he back it up this weekend though at Mornington?
Well, I'm a little bit worried. I've had it suggested to me that after the race, Nick Williams didn't know where he was going to head, maybe go to Sydney, and now he pops up in the Mornington Cup. But I haven't looked at his previous form if he's backed up before, but it's obviously an automatic entry for the Caulfield Cup. You win this, you can sit back, smoke the pipe, plan your way through, not win another race up to it, and get in on the minimum. And that's got Williams written all over it. Like, but there's only sort of one real speed, Sacramento and the other European.
Yeah. And then you got the Sydney horse, the Tassie tip way back when, Stones, Titanium,
Pegasus.
Crystal Pegasus is bringing really good form. But, it's a big step up in class. But we had a little bit on the Caulfield Cup, didn't we, Steve?
Absolutely, we did.
Yeah.
I'm sort of banking on them going there on Saturday and getting the job done, and then they can shut up shop. They can just plan the whole way through.
Yeah. I got on at 51 skins. I was pretty happy. He's now in the 31s.
Is he into 31s?
Yeah.
I did grab the 51s myself, actually. So.
You boys are moving markets. Hey, gee whiz.
I reckon Tony was working at Sportsbet that day. I reckon Tony was working at Sportsbet. He didn't update anything for a couple of hours. And someone's going, hey, Tone, you better click on that button, mate. Oh, shit. Tone.
I got a bit back off Pondus, but it still needs to win at 1,000 to 1 to get all my money back. But
I
tell you what, Tone, it was nice to get a collect on it.
Yes.
It was good to see him actually. But he sprinted he rated, I think, like on that Daniel
Oh,
O'Sullivan's
huge.
like
Yeah.
102.9 or 103. Like that's
Yep.
that's
That's
elite.
that's group class.
That's Caulfield. That's Caulfield Cup sort of material, but off the
Yeah.
fast tempo. But if Sacramento, if it goes quick,
Yeah.
I'd rather be on Pondus and Crystal Pegasus. But
Mm.
NIM on. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
Now, Taz, it's very unusual for you to tip a loser on a Saturday, mate, but the Chalky wheel was spectacular last week.
Yeah, we hit with all banter, and then we hit with Rialtor as well. So the other
one
one
was
we had
scratch,
was that,
right? You had one scratch,
Yep.
so you hit 2 out of 3.
we hit 2 out of 3. Yeah, the other one was it was a young horse. I think it was a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, but Londor's girl. I think it was Londor's girl, something like that. But it was it came in for a bit of a whack, so they played it, but it went like a busted arsehole. But Rialtor did exactly what I thought, and seriously, all banter. How could you not have it? I mean, the way that it just got nosed out, or I think it was half a length out of the money down the straight there. Going back to Adelaide, seriously, how could you not have it? It was just like it was Christmas. $2, $2.25. It was Christmas, and the way he sat second, just waited, and then when the time to hit the button was hit, he just went bing, went past it, and it was all over.
Beautiful.
I have to say thank you too, Taz, because I don't usually say thank you, but remember you had that stupid bet on Express Pass and it went to the wrong side of the track?
Yeah, that's right. It ran it ran third and it won again.
It won last week, and I was just like, thank God that Taz put me on Express Pass, because it was a great price again. It was like 5 skins, and I tell you what, it was never going to be beaten after that run when it should have won the week before, but old Freddie Kersley or Craig, cancerous, I don't know who it was.
No, it was Freddie. He stayed on the inside. You thought he should have gone out, but
Yep. So well done. Thanks, mate, again. Thank you. Yeah. But Steve, this is when we pump the tyres up a bit about tipsters. There's probably hasn't been a greater run on the show since Pez's, because I've got a real affinity with honkers. I've been following a guy on Whispering Winners. Steve, do you know him?
No.
Winners? Anyway, he's built his whole career over Hong Kong, basically the last 25 years. He's tipped over there. And probably 3 or 4 years ago, he was incredible. Like, he'd throw out a top 2 in a rating, like he would double Dutch. The roughie would win. The favourite would come second. And then he'd have the exotics. He'd get the first 4 for like $12 for a full. And it'd pay. He was incredible. But he's gone a bit off the boil a bit recently, Cam. I don't know if he watches the show, but anyway, Pez is here. Pew, 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 motherfuckers. Have a look at this last night, boys. Did you get on? Sky Gem in the first.
There we go.
It was
Nice.
4-4-0-0. Pez is tipped it at 15 skins.
and it won.
Duly
And
saluted.
it won.
Yeah, it did.
Genius.
It made me want to seize the moment, Pezza.
Oh, seize the moment. Mate, talking about Aspen, Colorado, Steve, seizing the moment last night, should have won by Aspen, Colorado type distance.
Yeah.
It was pissing down rain. The smile, happy idea, the shittiest names in Hong Kong ever, like smiling idea, got all the benefits of keeping towards the rail, probably ran 600 meters less than seizing the moment, gets beaten half a length. It was horrible. Like Magic Man, Joe Moreira has gone around every horse possible and wider still, and still was beaten. Oh, it was a horrible watch. It ended up jumping at $1.85. Pez is on at $2.80. The $40 double was there. And anyway, but how good? 10 tips, Taz.
You're on fire.
50% winner, 100% place, 4 seconds, 1/3, bangity bang. Average winning price is 10 skins.
That's
You're on
elite.
fire.
That is
Thank you.
elite.
Thank you.
That
That's
is elite.
Thank you. Right. Now, talking about elite, here we go. Doomben, race 3, number 4. Mr. Larrabee, the great man's back up north, as in north.
I have gone up. I have gone back up north, not as in that north, because this north wins, that north doesn't. Look,
Tell you what, if North Melbourne don't win this weekend, Taz, I think I might be going to Hobart.
no, there's a well, you might have to. Anyway, there's a favourite in this race. It's I think it's called Maggie Mo or Maggie something, right?
All right.
Now, basically, Mr. Larrabee's run fourth in the race that it's won, beaten about a length and a half. However, Maggie Mo, Margot, whatever, she's gone up 6.5 kilos, and Mr. Larrabee's gone up 2. So, in amongst my my mayhem, whilst I would love to give you more form and more reasons as to why I've selected this, but I have been otherwise occupied this week.
Yes.
I'm basically taking it because I'm not prepared to take the $2.80 favourite, and I think that this guy comes in on the weights to win. So I wish I could give you more, but as I said, I'm all over this place, a bit scattered today. So
Tone,
just
what do
get
you
on
think about the
Larrabee.
Silks?
Don't worry about the Silks.
Oh, very nice.
I don't care. Those
Simple
Silks
as
don't.
best.
Do you like the Silks?
It's like an upside down Winx.
Well,
There we go. Yeah.
might be
yes,
M for
yes.
Mister. But you know what? I tell you what, the one thing that I do like about this is when you guys afterwards will probably say to me, well done, 99.
Ooh.
Do you know
He's done
why?
the numbers
Oh, I
thing
don't know.
again.
I don't know.
Miss Larrabee, don't you remember
Oh,
Larrabee from Maxwell
Get
Smart?
Get smart.
Hey,
Hey, you
No.
might have to Google
No.
that, mate. Jesus Christ.
bloody hell! I can't give you anything else because I was stuck. I was you know with the trauma and the drama that I've had this week.
Wow.
Anyway, but
I wish sometimes
sorry,
we
I
could put
can't give you
Tone in the
all I'll
code of
say is
silence.
get on Mr. Larrabee, it wins. And if it doesn't, bad luck. Put it aside. I'll win for you next week, and I'll give you
All
proper
right.
form.
No worries. I like it,
Yeah.
Tone. Tone, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
You would have liked Get Well Smart
Nice.
back in the day, Tone, when you were listening on the radio every Sunday night. Flash Gordon on the radio.
Oh, golly, Flash Gordon. Oh, dear.
Anyway, here we go now. We got our Peaky fucking blinder. Here we go. The Razor's Edge Zone. Stephen Harney's got one for us now. Steve, is this going to run?
Yeah, well, the
You've
track's
given us
currently.
some tips before. They were all scratched.
Yeah, I know. This worries me because the track is a heavy 11,
Heavy 11.
but this horse on debut won by 9 lengths on a heavy 10
Oh,
and ran away from him. That was over 1200. It ticked the 1400 meter box last start, beating a good horse called Midnight Mass, who I know they rate very highly. It is a very competitive field. This for barrier 6 could land 1-1, and with the heavy track in the middle of the track, Catch Me If You Can puts 2 on him at the 200, all over. Take it.
all over Red
run.
Rover.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like when
I actually like.
Razor
I like
goes
the name.
race 1 New Zealand. I like it because he's
I
strike rate race 1 New Zealand is.
was just
through
having
the
a bit of a
roof.
gaze at the time there. You're gonna have to get up nice and early too.
Yeah.
What is it,
What are
about
you
10,
looking at?
15 or something?
Yeah, 10:20 on the nut.
Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
When's your daylight savings over? It's got to be over soon, surely.
3rd of April.
There we go.
3rd of April.
There we go,
3rd of
Tony.
April. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, nearly done.
Nearly done. So Stars and Cream, I like it. Yeah, get in the queue. I like it.
It's look, it's a competitive little race, but you got to bear in mind heavy 11. Not all horses handle it. Like
No.
you got to break it down. There's probably 2 or 3 chances in the race. It's proven on a heavy. I'm happy to, probably should be taking $3, but with that price, there's going to be scratching, so I'll take it and run.
So, Rays, we hope it's not going to be scratched, but race 1, Stars and Cream on a heavy 11, mate. Is that right, Tats?
It is heavy 11, but I want to know one thing. Is it swallowing the mud or is it kicking up the mud?
Look, to be fair, it should be kicking up the mud.
Okay.
I really reckon it ticked the 1400 meter box last start and it actually took a sit. I'd be very surprised if they didn't push forward and tried the lead or at least sit outside the leader. Heavy 11, you can't make ground. Do the work up front, and he's won on the heavy 10. I think it just maps perfectly for him.
All right, perfect.
I was just talking to Tony about his favourite movie. This is Spinal Tap, Tone. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Right, there we go. Thanks, Tony.
Now you said it, The name rings a bell. I may
Remember-
have seen it.
Remember when they said we're going to turn it up to 11, and back in the day, the stereos would only go to 10.
Oh,
So I think Steve's turned up the heavy track
Yeah.
to 11.
Well,
Because
I
I
have,
think in
I've-
Australia, a 10's it, right?
Beg your pardon?
A heavy 10's it, like in Australia. And,
Heavy 10 maxes it out. So,
right. But in New Zealand,
but-
we can go to.
mate, a heavy 10 over here would be a slow 6 in New Zealand.
Oh wow.
They go knee deep.
Wow.
And they're
Oh,
still
mate. It's mental over there, isn't it? It's mental.
toughens the horses up to be able to go on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a slow 6. Heavy 10.
You just have a look on Saturday, see what they're throwing up. They're throwing up
Oh.
swimming pools.
Oh, it's amazing. Heavy 11. There we go. We're going to turn it up to 11 tone.
If,
And then
if
in
I
that
ever race
movie,
horse-
they've gone, you can't turn it to 11. And they got this stereo. It's like someone's drawn 11 on it and it goes to 11. It's, anyway. If we had a budget in this show, I could edit that right in the final cut. It'd probably be quite watchable. But anyway, let's get into it. Now, we're going back to Sydney for the quaddie.
Wow.
We've had a bit of success up there. Tone not keen in the non-metropolitan tracks on a Saturday. He's very angry about this.
Oh, they're dodgy. Yeah, stay away from them, especially down Melbourne way, like Mornington, Bendigo, Ballarat. Look, you
Yeah.
can't. The criminals are just riding them around there. And
Steve,
nah,
you're going to
no.
Avoca, is that right, mate?
Oh, mate, a few of the mates are heading up to Avoca. It's
Really?
an absolute ripping little country meeting, and
Oh.
fields aren't strong, but there are winners. There are definitely winners up there.
Awesome.
Great place.
I
nice
think-
those little picnic meets.
Taz is
They do.
we're talking about the Avoca Cup. Is that right?
Yeah, they every year when they do the Caulfield Cup,
Mm.
which is just a small little race they run here at in Melbourne, they
Mm.
do an Avoca Cup, and I've been to one, and it
Yeah.
was that good. I still don't remember it,
Perfect.
but it was fantastic. So
Yeah.
you hire out a little minibus and off you
Mm.
go,
Mm.
and you get back. It's a beautiful day, plenty of drinking. Get your
Mm.
bets on at Caulfield if you need to. The other one that was a good day out was Camperdown. They used to do a Camperdown meeting on
Camperdown
Blue
meet.
Diamond.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Another good one. So look, I
Yeah.
love the country tracks.
Yeah.
Even the picnics. Druin used to do
Yeah.
a boxing day.
Mm.
Out at Yea, Hillsville,
Mm.
all those sort of places where if you pull out the old grey ghost,
Mhm.
all of a sudden they roll in pretty quick.
Yeah. That's like in Cairns, like the roughest is 6-1.
Yeah,
You got a field of 8 and the roughest is 6-1, and you're like, oh, hang on.
yeah. With
Why
a,
are
with
there
a hold
5
to lose.
horses under 7-2
Yeah.
here? That doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah, and only hold to lose 100. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to Quaddy on. We're getting away from Mornington because Tone hates non-metro meetings, metropolitan tracks on a Saturday, and of course he ponders wins for us, Steve, because then he goes
Yep.
straight to the Caulfield Cup. An Ancient Girl and all that sort of win. It's not going to be a lot of value around, I don't think. But in Sydney, holy shit, have we got value? Tone, race 7, we're kicking off. 2, 4, 6, 9, 11. You got half the field there, mate.
Yes, mate. Yeah. Got to try and get us away. I do like Spanish Mission. But it is a really tough race. You got Stockman, I think it's a big chance. Angel of Truth with Pikey on board is sort of, you never know.
Bit of value.
It's the double three, the Pesa double three.
Yeah.
What do we got down there? Mighty Bill is one of my old favourites. Tommy Berry. I know I've given him 3 strikes before and given him the arse, but you never know. He might rise to the top of the settling pond like a turd and get up and actually win a race, when I'm on. But there's no guarantee. And then, of course, you've got to throw in the favourite down there, Joshy Parr. I've also given him the arse. He's had 3 strikes and he's out. Maybe he can turn things around and get up on this. But look, I wouldn't hold your breath. It
did win the Australian Cup last start, big boy.
Hey,
yes, but Joshy Parr, geez, I don't know. He's dodgy.
Tone,
Yeah.
Tone, I've got to ask you a question. would you be offended if I put 2 quaddies on? Because what I'm thinking is in one quaddie, I'm going to put those 5 numbers.
Right.
And in the other quaddie, I'm going to put the 6 that you left out.
Okay, Marto. Oh, Taz, right. Yeah, no
Will-
worries.
Will you
can
get
do that.
offended?
No, we will just call treason on the next show. And
Steve, you think we better straighten this up here a bit, Steve. You think he's left one out there, Steve? Actually, 2?
yes,
Oh, who?
we will.
Personally, she's ideal, obviously, and think it over. But
New Zealand connection, mate. Can you see a New Zealand horse there that's just screaming? It might be a bit soft, actually, for
that's what I'm worried about being a bit too wet for him.
Yep.
I'm thinking the
I still reckon
chosen one.
The chosen one. That's our favourite horse, Tone.
Yes, and look who's on it. Right, I put a line straight through it with Bowman on it. Golly.
Yeah, it might be a bit too soft for the chosen one, but Think It Over wasn't a bad run against Duar in the Mount Australian Cup, but you put a line through Think It Over with Nash on board too, big boy.
I can't put them all in.
You can't.
No, you can't. I mean, you've left out your mate as well in Abdallah.
Abdullah, what's he on? Oh,
Isn't he one of your friends?
He's on Shiraz or whatever. Oh, no.
Hey,
Stay
seriously.
away. Abdullah Butcher.
She's
If you don't mind me jumping in,
Yeah.
there's me little me. I've backed it a long time ago, and again the other day, Shiraz for the Sydney Cup.
Oh,
Wasn't a bad run last start.
Wasn't a bad run.
Futures.
It cannot win this race on set like the weight for age scale on 59, but it'll have its 3rd up run and 4th up. It's 2 from 2, absolute mud duck, and loves the trip. And it'll be 4th up again in the Sydney Cup. Drop down to about 51 kegs.
Oh,
there's your little. It'll be just spinning the wheels over on Saturday.
Oh, I better stop before Tone presses the button. I'm on. I'm going to get on the future. I always try to follow in Razor's futures because it's really cool when you're at 126 to 1 and you get beaten and you should have won and you were on the nose.
Yeah.
It's great. I love that feeling.
It's a great feeling. It gets better as the week gets on too.
I always tell the kids a little bit of pain is all right because you feel alive. Well, last Saturday I felt alive.
Oh, very alive.
Very alive. And anyway, Pez's might have missed one out here too. I've got numbers 3, 4, 6, and 7. I've missed out on Hinged. I just think it was a bit plain. Its last start 3rd against a couple of the same horses in the same race. I didn't think Hinged was better than Never Been Kissed, and Never Been Kissed is double the price. So I'm a little bit confused why you wouldn't have Never Been Kissed in before Hinged. But anyway, that's just my eye. I think Fangirl's the big horse here, and if she's going to be anything that she showed against Espiona first up, the 2,000 metres, I think she's screaming for. I think she'll take a sit. She's got to turn a foot. She'll go bangity bang. We don't know about the Van Dyke horse because they're so dodgy from up north. You never know what's running around or what's going through the blood vessels, if you know what I mean, Taz.
Yeah, I do.
Has it got a bit of alligator blood? It's unbeaten. Of course, you got to respect anything coming from north of the border down to Sydney because they usually come for the poach. And then Steve's just mentioned Pink Ivory, and it's broken my heart because I haven't got it in. But you were saying, Steve?
I'm honestly not really keen on it. Look, depends how wet the track gets, but this is a proper race. This is a proper fillies race that these horses are going to win a lot of races between them. But this Pink Ivory can stay with the right trainer, bred to run a trip. You know, a lot of these horses aren't going to front up in the Oaks. So by the time they get to the 2,400 of the AJC Oaks, Pink Ivory could be a great little each way play now before it runs on Saturday and could run a slashing 5th.
So just go Shiraz into the Sydney Cup, into Pink Ivory for the Oaks.
Have done a little something like that, just as a bit of fun.
All right, there we go. See, Tone, this is what Steve brings to the table, mate.
Yes.
Something.
Yes. Value.
Value. Yeah.
He's all about the value.
So Marto tipped this one at $2.25 one day, and it should have been $1.65. He reckoned he was saying he's getting his value. But we shouldn't say that. G'day, Marto. Well done, mate. Love ya. Prick. Taz, mate.
I'm in.
Actually,
I am in. Second up.
You've only got 2, 8, 13 and 18. Is that right, mate?
Yeah, I've gone the lucky numbers. So, no, look, the two Splintex, it goes super second up.
Yep.
Joshy Parr, I do like it.
Great
to be
horse.
honest, the eight I've just put in because I think it's something I just can't leave out. I don't like its barrier draw. But first up, it was sort of spec that. If it hits right form, potentially the 13 and the 18 are my two top picks. I mean, Gravina has come up a treat this preparation, and of course, good old Maltai. Well,
Mate.
I mean, I didn't actually see it, but word has it, I think it won a trial by about 3 neighbourhoods.
Yeah.
So just walked in one. So I haven't seen the trial.
Steve,
But,
how was
really,
the trial?
Yeah, it was mouth-watering, especially gets him at 53 and 53 and a half, is it? Or?
Yeah. 53 and a half. Timmy Clark on. He's going to get it to the front and just rate it perfectly. And
Hold on.
They got to run it down to beat it. They got to get over the top of it. And if you saw this trial when it was winning by 15, Taz.
Yeah,
against open class horses, not against like first starters or not mugs. And I think the chosen one might have been in the same trial actually. But unbelievable when it's eased down to win by 10.
Look, I look at its last start, and it just sort of peeled off him and went bang.
Yeah.
So trials aside, yes, it was impressive, but its last start, it was super impressive too. So it's sort of putting them together.
Yeah.
I think it and Gravina. I mean, Gravina will handle the wet. It doesn't matter how sloppy it is. It should have no problem. Splintex is a second up specialty, so it tends to produce its best second up. And Quantico, I've just put in because of the good old J-Mac, and I think it was, if I'm right, it was spec last start. So again, I do come here a bit raw today. I see one of your ones up the top there, so you've got a ghost in Count the Rupee. I think Fender, Art Cadeau, look, Prime Star. Blimey,
I think
remember
Count
when
the
it was running
Rupee
with
was really horrible in Melbourne.
There's so many. I mean, Prime Star, really I remember when it was going head like toe to toe with Private Eye a couple of preparations ago. But Shakiro, and again, it's won its races, but really 13 and 18 is it for me. And I've thrown the other two in for a little bit more value.
Of course. Nice. I like it, mate. Well done. If you can watch that trial, you'll be able to see it just about everywhere. But it was pretty impressive. It was a bit like Tony, back in the day, throwing out Quick Thinker at 20-odd skins in the lead up to the Sydney Cup last year, Tony.
Yes, that's right. That was a while back, wasn't it? I think it was the last time I got back to winner, just about,
Tone, don't be like that. It wasn't the last time you just backed the winner. I think it was the last time Pezza did too.
Oh, mate, August the 4th.
Outside of Hong Kong.
Outside of Hong Kong.
Yes.
50% win, 100% place. How good is he? Get around him.
I'm pleased you haven't thrown in Fender because it's a mongrel.
Yeah, it's a mongrel. Fender cost us a couple of times in its own. I think you threw it as one as a titanium. I threw it as a Peasant's Push once. Fender can get stuff. But yeah, great race. Very interesting. Okay, Steve, last leg of the quaddy. Here we go. Now, Steve, the exciting thing is if you win your leg, you can stick around next week. You can send us your little numbers through, or you can send us a little video, or you can come on again. It's up to you. But if you miss, you're out.
Are we there?
Oh. Steve, you there?
Yes. Sorry, boys. Everything froze and I couldn't work it out.
Oh no, I was just giving you the spiel. Like you've got one chance. If you win your leg, you're back. If you miss, you're out.
Well, let's kick it off. Rustic Steel and Taku, two proven wet trackers. They jump off the page at me.
Yep.
But you've got to have coverage. It's going to be the last race. Do they get rain? Are they all coming down the outside? Possibly. What do I cover with? Rustic Steel.
Elias.
Yep.
Number
I've
9.
got the 9. I've got the 14. and the 14 and the 17.
Mm.
With this number 9 really interests me. It is 2 starts first up for a first and a second. It's 2 from 2 on a heavy. It's had 2 jump outs, one at Werribee and one at Flemington, and he sort of rode it through the line the last little bit, the one at Flemington, and it stretched out like a really nice horse. We might be a run too early, a run or two too early. It hasn't never ran at 1400, but it's just jumped out like a really good horse.
Mm.
And a little bit of coverage with President and the 17, just as sneaky horses.
Does run.
Yeah, they've got more ability than what they've been letting down for the last couple of runs. So they're your little blowouts, just to have a little bit of protection around the favourites, I think.
PaLTI in the last.
Well, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
A little bit of coverage on him.
Did you see that William Pike, Tone, wants to stay in Sydney too? He doesn't want to go back even if they change the mandates with the vaccinations. He's happy in Sydney. He's happy.
He's come across to the East Coast and happy as, eh?
Mm. Yeah, I think
he's going all right.
I think the Hawks stable will support him really well, but it's quite funny though. Like on a Wednesday meeting, Pikey, I think he had 3 rides. You know, like for a city meet, whereas in WA he would have a pick of the best horses and probably a full book of rides. So,
but does he really need? I mean,
he doesn't.
Does he really need them? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not as if he's short of a quid or anything like that. So he might just be weaning himself in. Do you know what I mean? Does he really need to be riding during the week? He could be getting out, doing a lot of track work, and just getting ready to line his pockets on the weekend.
Yeah, I don't think he needs the money, does he?
No.
Plenty of coin.
Plenty of coin.
Is he good for a loan? Do you know him?
No, I don't know.
If you know him,
Steve, do you know him?
Up for a loan?
I think Steve's frozen. Oh no, but he does look very enchanting in that look.
Well, hang on. Is it a good look?
He does look very nice, with his big eyes. And g'day, mate. You having a few problems there? The internet.
I'm absolutely. Yeah, can you see me at all?
Yeah.
I've got an absolute blank screen here. I'm trying to.
Oh, really?
Coming up with camera issues, but
we were saying that Pikey wants to stay in Sydney.
Pikey, yeah. Well, look, he's starting to find his feet. Hawks and them are giving him a lot of rides now, and you know, obviously Waterhouse in the last. So if he can, you know, I suppose if he can throw a few winners together for them, he's going to become one of the wanted riders.
Oh, of course, yeah, 100%. So he said even if they change the mandate for the vaccinations and all that sort of stuff, he's not going back. He's pretty happy.
Really. Well, that's big. I suppose their percentages on winning rides and all that is a lot more too, because they're racing for 150,000 on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's amazing, you know.
Where WA are probably racing for 40.
Yes.
Yeah.
Massive difference. And as you said, if you can get on a good one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can cart your way through the whole carnival.
I think he's going to team up with Inspirational Lady or whatever. I think it's going to go to
Inspirational Girl.
Inspirational Girl. I think it's going to go to Sydney next start. So I think he's going to team up with the owners and the colours and the silks again, which he does.
Yeah. Bring it back on.
Yeah. But anyway, Tone, here we go, mate. Now, last week you took us to Ascot in the UK, and you just said you put a line through Melbourne again.
Absolutely.
And you think, you can't, there's no jockeys left in Sydney for you to back because you've 3 struck them all. So, mate, where you going? Doomben?
I got rid of the whole baseball team that I had up in Sydney. They're all gone. 3 strikes, you're out. Done.
Hey, Tone, are you betting on the Camels? Are you going to Saudi Arabia?
I'm thinking about it. But I've moved up to Tassie Town. Across the border, Colin Creed, here I come. Morfordville, race 3, number 7, get on. Prince of Fences, absolutely. This will be a balls deep at 11 moment. Absolutely.
Balls deep at 11, you're calling it.
There you go. 7 and 7, 14. Look at that. Yeah, there we go.
Balls deep at 11. There we go.
Taz has probably got the numerology numbers worked out for us.
I don't need numerology here, Tone. All I know is this thing was spun out by the wheel last week. So where I only had 2 from 3, this was the one that was scratched. So I reckon I reckon you found a winner.
Oh, well, that's
Tony,
promising.
Tone would have been all over that. He would have realised that you would have spun that last week in the jockey wheel, and he would have realised that it was scratched. That was the one that you were missing.
Do you
Tone,
reckon
you would have been all over that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I never realised actually. But
Doesn't
you can
matter,
see
mate, you
with the
found
silks there, Pessa, you can appreciate the big star, and that's what's going to happen on Saturday. Prince of Fences.
Oh,
got a
yes.
star.
Look at
More
that.
skin.
The blue
Get
and
on
white silks.
yesterday.
Actually, what's razors? We've all got the blue and white. The blue and white again.
Oh,
The blue and
razors,
yellow.
yeah.
North Shore.
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow. Stars and Scream. And then
Yeah.
Great Man in the blue and white.
There we go. Jessica Eaton.
Isn't it
gets,
good? Taz, have you got any thoughts about Tony? Just you that he spun it up last week? And
Yeah, look, Jessica rides well for starters. She's been going really, really well, nice and consistent. Look, it did have a little bit of a hiccup last start, but yeah, look, I'm on it. I like it. I really like it. I really, really like it. I don't know. I mean, what is it? What distance is it, Tone? Is it about 2,000 or something?
Tony, no.
Yeah, around that.
I think it is. But,
I'm not sure. It's up around that mark.
but I think he's I think it's a chance. Last start scratching, safe for this week. Comes back, wins. Fourth up.
What could I do? I throw out a placing last week at $4. I can't remember. I'm going through a dementia time. I can't remember anything past 2 minutes ago. Jesus, what did Razor say to back? What was it? Oh dear. Yeah.
Actually,
I reckon you're right.
Three winners. We've got Razor to kick us off. We've got Taz in there with a special.
Oh yes.
And Taz is thinks I'm a chance. So what do you got, Pezza?
1950. There we go. 1950. There we go. I think that's right. Maybe. I don't know.
Pezza. Have you gone to Geelong Pezza or somewhere like that?
I was going to go Fangirl. I was going to go there was a couple of ghosts running around. I've got something going around at 100-1 in Ascot Travinsky, which is a dog, but I can't. I've got a lot of ghosts this weekend, and I put a line through all the ghosts. And then I found one because on Sydney Taslater, Sydney Wednesday, I don't know if you've noticed this, Steve, but I like the little runs of things. You know, some horses with the same names, like the Foxes or the Wars or the whatever will win. And recently in Sydney, Taz, on Wednesday, 2 ex-European horses won.
Oh.
Do you understand what I mean? Like,
yes.
two not Australian horses win after they've transferred their career to here.
Yes.
One of them was first up and brained him. The other one had a couple of starts, that Dimal, and how good was that?
Yep.
Wow. So basically, I've scoured the country looking for a horse that is first up, European, in Sydney, bangity bang, fine one, last leg of the quaddie. Steve puts it in his numbers, which gave me even more confidence.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly.
It's a big price, isn't it?
And it's a big price. Rose Hill, race 10, number 9, Alias, J Mac for Chrissy Waller. It's had 2 jump outs, Taz, over the 800 at somewhere in Kyneton and, of course, in Werribee. Its last Werribee trial was fantastic over the 800. Came third out of 6. Of course, this is a horse that's raced most of its career in the UK over the 2,000 metres, like 220, 2,000, 2,200. But the exciting thing is it has won over 1,600. Now, this is 1,400 first up, but if she's a bit soft, I tell you what, I reckon with J-Mac in the saddle, he's just going to time the run to perfection. Obviously, around the 2,200, it's not getting that distance. They might have found the pet distance now between the 1,400 and the mile.
Yeah.
All you have to do is keep safe.
I love where you're going with it. I reckon it's a massive, massive chance.
Really?
Mud. That's what it is. Mud. 2K race. No worries.
I like where you're going with it too, but I'm going to read between the lines.
Okay.
Because when Steve was talking about it before,
Yeah.
He did say, I'm just not sure if it's one run too early.
Oh,
So reading between the lines, I like where you're going with it too.
okay.
But let me tell you, it
Yeah.
might not have any of my money this start,
Yeah.
but it might have plenty of my money next start.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see what it does how the track plays and if they can run on. But I've got to be on. I've got to be on.
Thanks, mate.
The odds are right, aren't they? Really? I mean,
Absolutely. You got a free throw at the stumps there at a price. It's not like you're backing something at $3. You're at 20s, so you can do it.
And another thing too, J-Max riding the favourite in the first. And I always like to see the bookends. So I reckon if J-Mac gets up on the first, we get in the queue, because I tell you what, she's going to jump it. This is Sportsbet price. So Sportsbet's got it up at $19. At Ladbrokes, it's already in the 16s. So I'm not sure you're going to get this price on Saturday. So
there's only one thing that's going to kill you more.
What's that?
The Swede and the Larn.
Yeah, the Kiwi Swede. I tell you what, if Mudgee or fucking Ma and Pa win in the last, I'm gonna seppuku. Do you know what seppuku means, Tone? You put the sword into your guts and you slice all your intestines.
Honey yeah. All you got to do is
the Kiwi Swede in the last gets me. I tell you what, I'll be fuming. But
just have to mould him up, get your Quinella, your Exacta, and your trifecta in there. And
Steve hasn't chipped it, the Kiwi Swede in the last, so
I steered clear, but got an impeccable record. But just
unreal.
There's some that go very good in this.
Yeah. So I reckon it had 2 jump outs. I think it's Waller's got the touch. J-Mac on. J-Mac, there's like 5-6 Waller horses in the field, and you wouldn't believe it. I think the shortest one is this.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So I was hoping there was a Waller horse that was shorter, because then you could say, well, J-Mac's chosen the one he thinks is going to win, but I think they're all a bit rough. So it's quite funny to see Waller horses at these prices.
Nice.
Because usually he's got the favourite or the second favourite, and then he's got a couple of roughies. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. You never know. So boys, 4 into 19. Don't worry about that. I don't think I corrected that tone. And 1136 for our Yankee. 650 into 230. $4 for 19 skins. Yankee it up, my little friends. So I thought before we go, we talk a little bit about the football, and we congratulate the 2 Carlton flogs in the room. Well done, Steve-O.
Yes. Looks like
well done, Steve. The Blue Boys got up for you, mate. Well done.
We'll take any win we can get. I don't know how they're going tonight, but we'll take that first one and we'll run with it for now, and we'll work it out after about round 5, I think.
I'm not saying congratulations to Taz. Do you understand what I'm doing? Well done, Steve-O. Good on you, mate. The Blue Boys, they got up for you. It was fantastic. Well done, Steve. See what I'm doing.
Thank you very much, Pez. Much appreciated.
No, Pez.
Leaving him out.
Hey, just have North Melbourne got any sponsors yet for this year?
Yeah, hit the salvos. We go to the pub, drop a couple of coins in every week, please.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Hey, we got Mazda, mate. Zoom. They've been there for quite a long time. The poor bastards. But I tell you what.
Do Mazda make taxis, or are they just Ubers? Because I reckon that's what all your players are. Because I reckon that's what your players are doing during the day, because they're probably not making enough coin playing footy for your club.
No, they're keeping fit. They're keeping fit. They're riding the bikes on the Uber Eats. They're keeping fit, the bastards. But I tell you what, Tone, you gave the boys a bit of a leg up last week. What happened to the Tigers, mate?
Mate, the Tigers were on the downer. I hate to say it, but I think we're on the downer. Dusty's out. Presty is out. I think Jack's out too. He split his thumb or something.
Yeah, he's got something wrong with his thumb. It's up his ass.
They played really well. Carlton, good side. Sterling effort. I think they'll do well this year. So get your money on.
I'll ask him real
Carlton and Sydney. They're the 2 I'm putting my money on. So you're poisoned. Because when I get my money on, it's round up central.
Steve, when you're 20 points down at 3/4 time, did you feel like you were going to come out and kick 9 in the last?
It'd be lying if I said yes, but and I've just checked the scores there. just a disclaimer, I'm going to announce it. We're 30 points up in the second quarter. So
Yeah.
69 to 39.
So hang on. Can you say that again? I didn't hear that.
Disclaimer, 69 to 39, Carlton up.
Oh,
They've
hang on.
been the
Pezza,
Bulldogs.
did you hear that? Pezza?
Holy shit. Well done, Steve-O.
It's early days. We won't
Well
get
done,
ahead of
mate.
ourselves.
No, we won't get ahead of us. Pezza, 69. 69, he said.
Oh,
Tony's,
How much? The 30? Oh,
Tony,
Pezza.
Tony's
But
favourite
anyway,
number.
sorry, Pezza.
2468. Fucking hell. Well done, boys. Up and about. I love
Tell
it.
you what. Jeez,
Uh,
they'll be on for the flag after tonight's win.
I tell you what,
Absolutely.
if North Melbourne get beat, I just read an article that the West Coast Eagles are COVID decimated. They're using top ups on the weekend. If we can't get over them in this, like seriously, we're in a fucking world of hurt. Golly.
You're what odds are you, though? Do you know? What does the market say?
We're like Carlton odds, $1.15 or something. We were like,
shit. Yeah.
Oh, you can't win.
No, because of the COVID stuff, it's like, geez, you'd think you'd be able to get over the top of the West Coast when they're missing 15 or something, wouldn't you? But Jesus Christ, you never know, I suppose, do you, does he? Well done, Blue Boys. One on the Blue. Oh, you blokes, the Blue Baggers will be up and about. They'll be all. I love when you see the Facebook team and all the Muppets get on, they just put on their Facebook. That's it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, we're a big chance.
Yeah, good to see. Good to see.
Yeah,
Taz, I know you had a really shitty week. You had a great week and then a little bit of an edge to it. So good luck, mate.
Yeah.
Hope you get over the weekend with a couple of dollars in your pocket. Thanks,
Thank
Tony,
you.
for everything, as always. And of course, we thank the great man to come and grace our presence once again. And we always tell him it'd only be like 30 minutes, mate. But he ends up being about 3 bottles in. So thanks, Steve. Well done, mate.
Absolutely. No, thanks for having me. It's been awesome again.
All right, boys. Thanks
Always
a
a
lot. Good luck.
pleasure.
Go Blues.
Cheers, guys.
Right, see you.